You know that feeling, right? You see someone who might need a hand, but you hesitate because you're worried you'll do the wrong thing or, just be awkward about it. Well, today, we're going to take all the guesswork out of that moment. We're going to walk through a super clear, respectful guide on how to offer assistance to someone with low vision. Let's jump right in.
So, picture this. You're on a busy street, maybe near an intersection, and you see a person with a white cane. Your first instinct is probably to help, right? Of course it is. But then you stop. You think, how do I even approach them? What do I say? It's that exact moment where good intentions meet a little uncertainty that we're going to clear up today.
Okay, so before we get into the how-to part of helping, it's really important to understand the what. Because offering the right kind of help, well, that starts with knowing what low vision actually is. It's not as simple as you might think.
Yeah, see, it's really easy to think of vision as just an on or off switch. You either see or you don't. But low vision, that exists on this huge spectrum. It's a visual impairment that glasses or contacts just can't fix. This could mean someone sees shapes but not the details, or maybe they have blind spots, or they really struggle with glare. The biggest takeaway here is that it is rarely total blindness.
Just for a second, try to put yourself in their shoes. Imagine trying to get around a city where the curb just kind of blends into the street, or trying to read a street sign that's just a blur. Or think about trying to find a friend in a crowded room when all the faces are indistinct. Thinking about that for a moment, it really drives home why being respectful and thoughtful with our assistants is so important. So with that understanding in mind, let's get right to the heart of it. How do you offer assistance that actually helps? Because there's a really fine line, It's the difference between being genuinely helpful and, well, accidentally getting in the way of someone's independence.
All right, here are the absolute golden rules. First, let's look at the don't column. Never just grab someone's arm or their cane. That can be incredibly disorienting, even scary. Also, and this is a big one, don't just assume they need help. Now look at the do side. It's all about one thing, communication. Use your voice. A simple, "Hi, I see you're waiting to cross. Would you like some help?" That's it. It puts them completely in control.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? The first step is always to ask. Consent and communication are everything. That simple question, "May I offer you my elbow?" It's perfect. It immediately shows respect, it acknowledges their independence, and it turns the whole thing into a partnership right from the get-go.
So what if they say yes? They accept your offer, now what? Well, there's actually a specific method you can use, and it's called the sighted guide technique. And honestly, it's the best way to help someone navigate an environment safely and comfortably.
And it's not complicated at all. It really just breaks down into 3 simple steps. So, Step 1, offer your elbow. They'll likely take hold of your arm just above the elbow for a good, secure grip. Step 2, and this one is super important, you walk about a half step ahead of them. And Step 3, just talk. Communicate clearly. You basically become their eyes, describing what's coming up as you move. So why is that half step so critical? Well, because your body literally becomes the signal. They can feel you start to turn or stop or step up onto a curb all through the motion of your arm. You're not pulling them or pushing them, you're just giving them this constant, nonverbal heads up about what's coming next. It's pretty cool when you think about it.
Okay, so we've got the basic technique down. Now let's talk about how it works out in the real world, because that's where it matters. Let's apply it to a few common obstacles you're probably going to run into.
Stairs can seem a little intimidating, but the technique is so simple. It all comes down to 2 words, announce and pause. As you get close, you just say clearly, "Okay, we're coming up on some stairs going down." Then you stop. You pause right at the edge of that first step. This gives them a moment to maybe find the handrail, feel for the edge with their foot, and then you can both proceed together. Easy.
It's the same exact principle for doorways. You don't just, plow through. A quick verbal cue is all it takes. Just describe the door. Something like, "There's a door on our left and it opens toward us." This gives them all the information they need to position themselves and their free hand to get through smoothly.
And what about finding a seat? Again, it's all about giving information and promoting their independence. You'd lead them to the chair, say something like, "The chair is right in front of you," and then gently guide their hand to the back of the chair, or maybe the armrest. And from there, you step away. They can get themselves situated and sit down on their own terms. You never, ever push someone into a seat. Now, it's so important to remember this. Being a sighted guide is just one small piece of a much bigger puzzle. It's a temporary partnership, right? People with low vision use this incredible range of tools and strategies to navigate the world independently every single day.
And I mean, it's amazing what's out there. We're all pretty familiar with the long white cane and guide dogs, of course, but there's also just mind-blowing technology, from screen reading software that's built right into our phones, to specialized GPS apps, to video magnifiers. It's this whole ecosystem of tools that all work together to support independence.
So as we wrap this up, it really all comes back to this one central idea. This is not about you taking control or being some kind of hero. It's about forming a brief partnership, one that's built on communication, on respect, and on trust. And now, the next time you feel that little moment of hesitation, you'll know exactly what to do. So the only question left is, are you ready to be a better partner?